Hi, this is Cindy Dawson, the Multimedia Strategist. I've created this video for you to show you a few of the steps and things to get started with in Autorun Max. I'm here at the launch screen of Autorun Max and I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to click on Create New Project. And I could choose one of these items that has not been created yet, but all I would do is show you how to fix things on them. So I'm going to show you how to create something from scratch. And once you see how to create it from scratch, you'll be able to go in and create anything that's on any of these other examples in here. So I'm going to click here, and we're going to call this CD Profit System. Now it's going to ask me if I want to replace it because I was playing around earlier and I already created one. So here we are. It's a totally blank page, and we're going to start by going to Project Settings. In Project Settings, we're going to tell it how big we want our project to be. Medium is a little small for me, so we're going to go with large, which is 790 by 545. It has created our project title correctly. We're going to leave this on standard because on standard it's going to have a bar at the top, and I want you to be able to see that. When you use standard, you don't have to create an exit button because it's already built in up here at the top. So we're going to make this easy and just go with it this way. Now the default object sounds are set for highlight and click. And if you don't want those to sound as loud, you're welcome to turn them down here at the bottom. We're not going to use a custom icon, but if you chose to, all you would do is click here, browse to where your custom icon was, and use it for your project. So we have this in place. We're ready to click OK, and now our project's going to get bigger. Okay, the project is bigger. Now what we want to do is to create a splash screen. I want to show you this. A splash screen is the first image that someone sees when they visit a project. We do want a custom startup screen. So we're going to click on Custom. Here's the image file name, and we're going to find the image. I created a folder on the desktop for this project so we could get to the pieces easier. And we're going to go with a title slide from CD Profit Systems. And you'll probably recognize it. It will display for 3 seconds before it turns into the regular page. So here we go. Okay, we have selected our splash screen. So with our splash screen, it's not going to show up, but it will show up at the time that we actually do the project. Now we're ready to create this page. So let's right-click on the page, and we're going to go to Properties. We need to assign a background. Let's name this Welcome, because we don't want to not know what we're dealing with. We want an image for our background. We're going to browse back to our ARM Pieces folder, and here we are. We're going to go with the elegant background. All right. Now, we don't want to worry about a transition effect because we're going to make this very straightforward. If this was too small, we could click on Tile Image, but it isn't too small. It's going to fit real well. There we go. There's our background. Now, let's create a couple of more pages because I want to be able to show you a video and an audio. I right-click on the page and choose Add. Right-click on it again and choose Add. That's all there is to get a new page. Let's go to this page, right-click, Properties, and let's name it. We're going to name this page Audio. All right? And so for the time being, we're going to put an image on here just like we did the other one because we want this page to look the same. I'm going to click OK. That page is ready. And now we're going to put the background on this page. We're going to call this page Video. And we're going to do the same thing. Put the image down here on the background. Double-click Elegant Background. OK, and there's our page. Now let's put a little title up here so we'll know what each of these pages are. Let's go to the Welcome page and let's right-click and choose Label. We're going to call it Welcome. Okay, here's our label. You can't see it very well because it's black on dark green. So let's double-click on it. Go in here and let's make this gold. Now it might not match the gold in our dollar sign and everything, but let's just go with gold. Let's make the highlight color white. And we'll make the click color kind of like a light yellow. This will be good. Okay, so now our letters are going to stand out a little bit better. We'll be able to see what we're doing. And we're going to leave the font the same. We could change the font. We could change the font style, the name, the style, the size, but we're going to just leave the font the way it is for ease of working with this. Okay, so now this page says Welcome. Let's move it over here to the right. Okay, now see, it doesn't match the gold in this, but we're not going to worry about that. Let's copy it. Okay, we're going to left-click to make sure it's selected. Right-click, Copy. Now let's go to our audio page, and we're going to go up to the Edit menu and choose Paste. You know why? Because it puts it in exactly the same position. Let's go to Video, Paste, exactly the same position. Now if we double click here, we can change what it says. This is the video page. So we've got video, enter, we saved that. We can go back to the audio page and do the same here. Double click, call it audio, enter, and it's named. Now let me show you something really cool. If you right click on this and you scroll down to pin, this little border changes to red and it will not move no matter what you do. This will stay in the same place. So let's do that to our other pages as well. Let's right click, pin, and go to video and do the same thing. Right click and pin. Okay, so those won't move. So if we accidentally bump into them, nothing will happen. Let's go back to our welcome page. Let's create some buttons to navigate to the other pages in the project. So let's right click, choose label. We're going to say audio, enter. Let's do the same thing for video. Don't worry that they're not the right color yet. Okay, we've got two files, two buttons here, and we're going to change both of them so that they're lighter. We're going to make them gold like the one at the top. Now we could have done this real easily by just copying the labels at the top, but I wanted to show you how to do this yourself so you would know. So when people scroll over this, these are the colors they'll see. Alright, let's give this a tool tip. Let's say click here to visit the audio page. And then we want people to know they can click, so let's change the arrow cursor to a hand. So when they scroll over this, it'll be a hand. Now let's go to action. Here's where it gets cool. We want to show a page. We want to show a specific page. And here are our pages. We want to show audio. So there we go. We're set to go. The audio page will send them to the audio button will send them to the audio page. Now let's scroll down a little bit. These aren't perfectly aligned, but I'm not worried about that right now. I want you to see how this works more so than anything else. So we're creating our colors. We've got our colors just like we want them. Let's do another tool tip. Click here to visit the video page. And then we're going to go to action, show page, specific page, and video. There we go. Okay, now let's do something interesting. Let's move these down to the bottom. Let's choose both of them by clicking one and then shift clicking the other. And let's pull them down here, and you'll see why I'm going to do this in a minute. Let me click away from these so I can move them separately. And let's also make one more link, okay? And let's just copy this because this will be a lot faster. And I'm just going to put my cursor here and paste it, and then we can kind of get them in the right position. Let's just change this one to welcome. Okay? And let's say click here to visit the home page. And we're going to go to action and tell it to go to welcome. Alright? Now the reason we're doing this is, let me move it over a little bit because it kind of crowded out the word audio there. The reason why we're doing this is because I'm going to show you what we're going to put on these pages in just a second. Let's select all three of these. I did click, control click, control click. I'm going to right click and choose copy. We're going to go to our audio page and we're going to come up here and choose paste so they'll be in the same position. Our video page, and paste so they'll be in the same position. And now we have a navigation system among pages. So now we can get wherever we need to go no matter what page we're on. Alright, let's go back to welcome and let's create a little paragraph. A little welcome paragraph. Hi, welcome to CD Profit System. We hope you enjoy this CD and that you will check out our website. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I just want you to see that it's going to be longer. Alright, you can keep typing all you want. When you're done, click OK. Now, it automatically defaults to being black, so it's real hard to see. So once it's created, double click, go in and change your colors. Let's make this white so that it stands out. And there won't be a highlight color because I'm going to come over here to attributes and tell them that it just stays an arrow and we're not going to change anything. There's not going to be anything to change to. No action will happen if somebody clicks on this. It's just text. Okay, so we're going to make it white and that's it. So nothing else should happen, but just to make sure, let's change all of these to white so no matter what happens, it'll all be white. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger because it's kind of crunched up there. There we go. Notice the scroll bars went away. Now, if this had been longer than here, scroll bars would have appeared over here, and you could have scrolled up and down to read it. But let's just leave this on the welcome page just to give an idea of a welcome information. Let's go to our audio page. Let's put an audio here. Right click, label, and we're going to call this 1, the possibilities. Enter. Now let's go back in, double click. We're going to change this to white. No, let's change this to gold because we want people to know they can click on this. And we'll go with white and then the light yellow, which will be the same thing as our other buttons and our other links. This is 1, the possibilities. And what we're going to do is, right here we're going to choose click here to listen to Module 1 of CD Profit System. And then that's our tooltip, and when they scroll over it, that's what they'll see. Let's go to the action, and we're going to scroll down to Play Multimedia. So File to Play. We browse. We're in our folder. We're going to choose an MP3 file, which is right here, the possibilities. Double click. The file is brought in. Now, if you wanted to, you could click Exit After Action, and when they listen to it, it would be closed. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Okay, we're going to click OK. Now, this changed to gold. You can put as many things on this page as you want, but for now, this is a good example to start with. Let's do a video. We're going to right-click, paste video, and here's our video right here. We're going to do the Google Books video. So I'm going to double-click. Okay, and here's the video. It's way too big. So let's make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to click on the corner and drag down until this is a little bit smaller, and we want to size it in here so that it covers up this most of the thing over here. In fact, if ideally this wouldn't be here. You could just watch the video without interrupting anything. But we need to keep our little links clickable down here, and they're kind of in line with the bottom graphic. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger and just ignore the fact that our graphic does not, do correctly exactly. Okay? All right, here's our video. We still have our links down here. In fact, let's make it a little bit smaller. They're kind of crammed up. There we go. Ignore the bottom of these 2 little CDs here. Okay, here's our video, and now we want to double click on the video because we're going to do the same thing every time. You create the item, then you double click on it to go in and make adjustments. So we're going to double click on it. This is the main thing. Auto start. We do not want the audio, I'll get it in a minute, it is the video, to auto start because we want people to interact with it. We want them to play the video. So, the style of the player is standard. You can choose other styles. There's like basic, blue, corporate, all different styles you can choose here. We're just going to leave ours the way it is. And if you want to show the time, you can do the elapsed, the length, or both. And let's choose both because I want people to be able to see where they are in relation to this particular video, especially since it's, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes long. Under attributes, you cannot do a tooltip because it's going to be a video. You don't want to mess with a cursor or anything like that. Everything here is done. You don't even have to do an action. It's built in. Is that cool or what? Okay, so we're going to click OK. All right, our project is ready. We're going to have an exit button up here at the top. We're going to have a splash screen that shows for 3 seconds. Then it'll fade away into our welcome screen. And let's see what it's going to look like. I clicked outside of here so you could see the text. This is kind of small, so you might really want to make your text a little bit bigger. But let's build our project and see what happens. Let's test it now. Okay, that was our splash screen, and now we're actually in the document itself. And as you can see, we have the traditional Windows bar up here at the top. It's called CD Profit System. We have a minimize button and a close button. Here's our welcome. See, it highlights when we scroll over it. Okay, now people can't click that. We didn't change that, so it highlights when they scroll over it, but they can't click anything. There's nothing to click. So here's our welcome message. Let's go to another page. Now if we click this, we'll just stay on the same page. Let's go to the audio page. Here we are at the audio page, and if we click on possibilities, the audio player is going to pop up. Oh, and see our little tooltip? Here we go. We're going to click on it, and hello everybody, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is the very first session of CD Profit System. That's it. It's going to open their media player and play the audio for them, and you can have tons of these on the same page if you want to. Okay, and see what I did not do? Do you notice what I did not do? I did not change this to a hand. I did not change, see, down here, these change to a hand. I neglected, oop, the video doesn't change to a hand. The audio does and the welcome does. So when you get ready to proof your projects, be sure you check this out because you want to make sure that it's going to work like you want want it to look when people interact with it. Let's go to the video page. Check this out. Okay, the video does not start, but you see it's displayed on the page. And you see over here on the right-hand side, see we've got played time and total time. It's telling us it's 4:05. So if I click on the play button, it's going to start playing. Hi, this is Cindy Dawson, the Multimedia Strategist. How cool is that? Okay, so you can go back to your pages because you've got all these links down here. They'll take you from one page to another. You now have links, you have buttons, you have paragraph text, you have, the only thing you don't have is an image, and you do exactly the same thing with it. In fact, these are basically images, but you just right click, choose insert image, and you've got it. You're ready to go. When I click close here, it's going to close. Now see, it shows this because we did not turn this off. So if you want to turn that off, in fact, let me show you how to do that. Well, I should have done that when we created our splash screen. You go to splash screens, shut down, and see it shows that it's playing the Autorun logo. So shut that down, and it won't do it again. Let me show you again, and then we'll end this. Okay, here's your splash screen. Takes up the whole screen. Then it goes away. Now you have your main screen. People interact with this. They click all the things they want to. Now when I click this, you did not see the Autorun Max little thing at the end. Cool! Okay, that will get you started on how to use Autorun Max. I hope that helped, and hope you have a great day.